going out for the first time today, climbing up on a lighthouse for the first time ever.
After months of legal paperwork, the time has come for Rich Cucé to visit Hooper Island Lighthouse after winning a bidding war that ended at $192,000. We were the only news media to capture Cucé's first moments of laying eyes on the inside of the lighthouse.
We're going to have this nice building out in the bay that's restored.
The new owner of the 120-year-old lighthouse is getting a lift from the locals.
So I decided just to help him out a little bit. Being from Pennsylvania, I figured that me being local, I could help him get the ability to give him a little bit of transportation.
We traveled about 5 miles from P.L. Jones Boatyard and Marina in Fishing Creek, Maryland, before getting closer to what needs a lot of TLC.
I look at something like that and I can see all the bones are there, and it's in, actually really, to me, it's in really good shape. Mostly it's just blasting and painting, replacing a few things.
Cucé owns Blasco, an industrial painting and blast cleaning service company near Allentown, Pennsylvania, so he and his crew can do much of the needed repairs.
I have the people, I have the equipment, and of course we're going to have to do this differently than we would do a normal blast and paint job on shore. So we have some different equipment. We're going to use an industrial laser where we're not blowing dust and waste material around. And then we'll put our industrial marine 3-part paint system on it.
Watch as we get onto the lighthouse. This heart-racing climb will not be necessary for future visits, as Cucé plans to make it more accessible for the public. This area is known to have rough water, so he wants to build a small dock with a boat lift.
This is a small step for man and a giant leap toward restoring the lighthouse and restoring the bay.
I can safely say I've never done this.
A ladder over the bay allowed us to get here. Now it's time for Cucé to inspect 5 floors plus a basement and lantern room.
The trim around the door is solid iron, and this is unbelievable. The quality.
He'll have to clean up the rust in many areas.
Looks like there's a good ½ inch of bird droppings on top of concrete. This doorway is the worst. I saw this in pictures. That's going to take some real work. We're going to have to fix the brickwork, but you can see how it's double walled. So we have the iron on the outside, which is a good ½ inch thick or more. So then we have brick.
He has windows to restore, but no big surprises on the outside.
So let's come on inside. All right, so we have this little like vestibule area, more bird droppings, lots of them, an exterior door that is completely compromised.
But the first room on the inside needs more work than he thought from the pictures.
It's dirtier than I thought, and it's smaller than I thought.
Still, his passion is trying to restore what's old.
This might be able to be saved and restored and just put a nice authentic top on it.
There's a lot of rust in the stairway, but the bricks he considers in great shape. Cucé and his team plan to stay out here for long weekends to do the work.
A lot of the work in this building is paint stripping, which is what we do for a living. I'm seeing less water damage as we go up.
You can't carry on a fear of heights.
We're about 50 feet above the water now because it's 18 feet from the water to the first deck, and we're on the 3rd story. This is the 4th bedroom floor, and then in the middle of it, we have this nice iron staircase. This is in really good shape. It just needs to be blasted and painted.
The next floor is the lightkeeper's room, where a peregrine falcon got in and needed the crew's help to get out. She was rescued and survived. The light still works. The agreement says the Coast Guard will continue to inspect it. And finally, the basement, where Cucé is impressed with the bricks that look brand new.
This feels like an 1800s brick wine cellar from a very well-built castle. This is amazing.
He's getting started on the work soon. He will have to rely on permitting and maybe some funding to get the dock done. What an effort for a man who had no prior experience in boating or the bay.
We can inspire a new generation to understand, what effects that we all have on land and how that affects the bay.
Cucé's goal with the lighthouse is to host events and welcome environmental groups. For Chesapeake Bay Media's Bay Bulletin, I'm Cheryl Costello.